This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's good. It got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we get that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Here we go. 21.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
After the interception, here's Wilson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10, being chased out left. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they come up now second and goal. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's now third and goal.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack. The former number 7 overall pick.
It's now fourth down and goal.
Right. 54 Mike. You.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Throwing is Wilson. Dancing to his left. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackled that time by Jarquiski Tart. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, flush to his right. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry first?
I'm showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
14, running.
Here's Wilson to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And
they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 21. Here we go. Get wide.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He'll rifle it. That's caught inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
54 much.
Garoppolo again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Seahawks 26, 49ers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 22. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
54.
They run with Breida. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
This is Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They run it with Carson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
315. Check 56.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13, it's a first down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Wilson. His throw caught, right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 54. It's a party now. It's a party.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Garoppolo now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
12, fellas, here we go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
check. 25, check 20. 12. Slam.
Now it's Breida, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. This is Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Eric Armstead. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and goal from the 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Mike 315. Mike 54. Check.
Wilson wants to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. That'll bring up 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson, sliding out of the pocket. And now he'll tuck it and run. He's got the first down inside the 10. 16 yards, a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Wilson. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. Spins away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Go, Mike. This is it. 19. 124.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
12. Jim. You go tight. Recon, 132 fighter.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. And now out comes Houston. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's got Fuller. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Watson now to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Back to the air. Watson on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down.
Set. 19. Check. Watch it before. I think he's in.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They'll run. It's Miller, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Miller kept out of the end zone on 4th and goal, and this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. On first down, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And it's taken in at the 9.
Let's go.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in. And the Texans will extend their lead. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets them into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done. And
he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Deep ball for Goodwin. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, it's Watson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Garoppolo, final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. On first down, here's Breida. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 54 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Throws left side, and he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
19, 29. He's not going to get me.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now a play fake here on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
That one goes for 24 yards. Watson on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Miller. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Watson. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 34.
Switch. 80 weapon.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, a run with Breida, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, a run from Breida.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Watson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
And it's third down.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Miller. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
65.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
From his end zone, Garoppolo on 3rd and long. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Keep playing hard.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin with a run by Miller. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 180. 12 pounds. Here we go. Get him. Back 55. Back 21. Check right. No. Off. Say hi.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Angelo Blackson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo, Whitney merciless, able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
49ers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 21, 21. Keep it up, guys. Hatch it, hatch it.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check 24, check 11.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You kill! Check. Lucky. Greystone, travel.
From the gun, it's Brees. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. 53.
On 3rd and long, it's Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Breeze now. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Breeze now on first down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's the first carry for Dwayne Washington. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Quan Alexander able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
6-6. Pull it high. Kill. Go.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Hey, high 7.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Quan Alexander and the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
I think someone's going to get him the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked.
Here we go.
Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 49 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54's Mike. Delta. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Help. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's Breeze. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
0-2. Spy. No. Mike's 54.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 63 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
21.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on him.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Here we go. 11.
Now a give to Breida. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They run with Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
1, Omaha.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And out across midfield down to the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Easy.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kickstarted things going in the opposite direction.
Watch the screen. Hey, kill. Hey, turn it up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Hey, exit. 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We go 21. Check. Easy, opposite. Check 25.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Dwayne Washington taking it in. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, 95-56, 95-56. 54. Strike your kill. Kill, kill. Check. Hey, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hey, Charlie. Kill, kill, kill.
Bree's going to go on 4th down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Jim.
They run again with Breida. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
You got nothing. You got nothing. Bravo.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. But being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the 1st down.
Hey, Steve 6.
On 1st down, Breeze. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Alpha. 50 protein spill. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Big series.
Breeze going to throw here. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw is Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Mike, here we go. 180.
55, Mike. Go. Time.
Lock.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And they have a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
They'll look to throw.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch the whip. 12. 55.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. They'll roll him out right. He'll take a shot for the end. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. past the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set. Yellow lady. Easy, opposite. Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
95-56. Check. Watch 54. Check now. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
61, matchbox lights. Check, Mike. Hey, easy. 54. They're not ready for this, man. 12. Sammy. Y'all present.
He's back to throw. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular effect.
It off. You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.